Terminologies in forest genetics and tree improvement. Allopatric, separated populations. Anemophilous, pollinated by wind-borne pollen. Callus, an organized tissue often initiating at the end of a cutting or explant. Cell line, a culture that arises from an individual explant. Chimera, an organism composed of genetically different tissues occurring adjacent to each other. Chronogenes, genes that are activated in a specific sequence. Culture medium, nutritive medium for the growth of tissue cultures. Dioecious, a species having female and male sex organs on different plants. DNA transformation, the uptake and expression of a foreign DNA in a living cell. Dysgenic, causing a reduction of desirable genetic qualities in fluctual or production populations. Elite tree, a tree verified as superior or desirable for traits of interest by appropriate testing. Epigenic, interactions among developmental processes above the level of primary gene action. Euclidean distance, a straight line distance between the endpoints of two vectors. Exitu, away from the natural habitat. Explant, an organ or tissue that exercises from donor plant that is used to initiate an in vitro culture. Extirpation, local extension or loss of some but not all populations of species. Fecundity, a measure of reproductive productivity relative to other individuals in a population. Fitness, a measure of relative reproductive success, the only trait selected by natural selection. Foundation stock, the ultimate source of material for a clone. Full seed progeny, the offspring resulting from a cross of two known parents. In situ, on site within the natural habitat. In vitro, in aseptic culture under laboratory conditions. In vivo, grown in natural conditions. Parent tree, a tree selected for traits of interest based on progeny or clonal testing. Pedigree, a record of parentage, often includes performance of the parents and other relatives. Ribosome, the small organelle that is the site of protein synthesis. Scion, a plant part, often a twig that is grafted onto the root-bearing part of another plant. Seed source, the geographic source of a seed. Seedlot, a quantity of seeds from the same species, source, quality, and collection. Tissue culture, general term for aseptic cell, tissue, organ, and protoplasm culture. Top working, grafting of scions of the tree in the hope of inducing flowering by the scions. Transgenic plant, plant containing DNA inserted by method of genetic engineering. Variance, a statistical measure of the differences between individuals in a tested population. Vector, a carrier of a disease or for genetic engineering of foreign DNA. Vegetative material, plant material produced asexually, such as cuttings.